Hey guys, what is going on? So in today's video, this is a long overdue video. In the video today, I'm going to be introducing you to this new website called Grail. Now, if you've been following me for a little while, I actually interviewed Kyle Mordock, the owner of the Grail website, and what he's doing here is pretty amazing. He's trying to solve the fit problem for boot brands and consumers alike. And essentially what it does is it allows users to go in and independently input their fit reviews for each brand, for each style, allow users to compare and contrast and figure out their size. It's a really nifty site. I think it's going to solve the sizing problem once and for all. It's much better than these forums, going into forums, asking random people their opinions. Sometimes the advice you get back is really good, sometimes it's bad, it's anecdotal. We're aggregating data, so the more data, the better. Everybody could get in here and use it, and so in this video, I'm going to give that tutorial. So Grail is the community built around finding shoes that fit you and our planet. Here we have my Real Boot Talk with Kyle Mordock here. You click on that. Shoegazing recommends Grail. Brooklyn Clothing, my buddy Nick at Strywise says, buying boots online is hard. This app wants to make it easier. The Shoe Snob says Grail, your aggregate online size guide. Fit for you, horticulturist and wannabe Hell's Angel, professional executive and Peloton peddler, nomadic nature lover, hot couture hiker. We get it, and we're here to find you shoes that fit your personality, your lifestyle, and your feet. So tell us what fits and what doesn't, we'll do the rest. So here, this kind of gives the overview of what it does. If you join the Grail community, the community grows, you get a greater brand selection, you buy new shoes or add shoes that you own, you can review shoe fits, increase shoe fit data, get better fit recommendations, and it just keeps going in circles. And what this does, it helps you, the consumer, it helps the brands, the boot makers, sell more shoes more effectively that fit, and for that it's better for the maker because they don't have to handle returns, you don't have to handle selling them secondhand. Everybody wins. What do you do before buying a pair of shoes? Scour online reviews, phone a friend, flip through last month's issue of Sneaker Freaker. Whatever your method, we know you want recommendations from a trustworthy source. That's why community feedback lies at the center of everything you do in Grail. That means reviewing your shoes, the ones in the back of the closet, the ones you just bought, even the ones you don't like. Reviews strengthen the fit recommendation for the next person who buys that shoe, and the more reviews we get, the better everyone's shoes fit. It's a virtuous cycle. Proudly partnered with Parkhurst, Bourdon, Brooklyn Clothing Company, J. Fitzpatrick Footwear, Grant Stone, Unmarked. Fit for the world. You know what doesn't fit? Returns, waste, and global warming. We're sure you'd agree. The shoe industry is growing quickly, and that growth comes at a significant cost to our environment. Today, 10% of all shoe returns are sent directly to a landfill, donated or burned. U.S. returns alone create billions of pounds of landfill waste and millions of tons of carbon emissions annually. This has to stop. By nailing your fit the first time, we can drastically reduce our collective footprint by curbing shipment volume and reducing the waste associated with excess returns. We hope you'll join us. So here's Kyle Mordock, CEO and founder, David Somak, CTO and co-founder, Olivia Peterschmidt, creative director, and Paul Lanto, software engineer. Very cool. All right, so registering is really easy. You just click the register button. All right, so I'm already logged in, but registration is easy. And so here we are. Once you log in, you get all the reviews. So here Nutmeg did his Oak Street boots, trench boot, Elston last. And so yeah, Nutmeg's foot measurement is 7.5D. He got the 7.5D. And this is what it looks like. Size reviewed, 7.5, natural Chrome XL rough out. Length perfect, width perfect. Look at the pictures here. Oh yeah, those are sweet. So yeah, so you could click on Oak Street, see all the Oak Streets, all the lasts, Elston last, Lakeshore last, 800 last, 555 last. Yeah, so that's under all. Now I'm going to go under fit matches. This is really nifty. This is a new update. So the fit match portion will show you other users who have similar feet to yours and So essentially what we're looking at is the more red boxes, the better. Red means match. Red is a hit to you. I can click here, York's 1892, 9.5D. I'm a 9D, but he wears 8.5D, so he went down a full size from Brannick on these Grant Stone Ottawa boots. Length perfect, width perfect. And yeah, you could just make it simple. You don't have to add a ton of information to it. I know Jay Yorkin on Instagram. He's a good friend of mine. He's a super cool guy. Alright, Bootlosifer, Take O. My buddy Take O. Here we go. We have a match on... So he's an 8.5D Brannick. And he got his Aldens in 8.5D. And he's saying that, yeah, they're slightly long, which sounds correct. Width perfect. What's also really cool is you can upload videos. If you're a YouTuber, you could upload... Kyle built in a feature to where you could upload your YouTube videos. You can watch it here. So that is a super cool feature. And so yeah, so Take has done a lot of reviews. Parkhurst 8. So these fit matches are going to be really helpful. And obviously the more people that get on here, the larger the list will grow. And everybody wins. So now I'm going to show how to add a product review. So down here you see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different icons you can click on. First is your profile, so you input your username. Mine is Aerosurfer LV. You could fill out your fit profile. So yeah, I have mine set to length 9, width D. Everything's pretty standard. You can add your instep height for your left and right foot, your arch height, your heel, your ankle. It gets pretty technical. So I need to actually do my foot measurements and really update this well. Generally speaking, I'm a 9D though, so that's kind of just how I have it set. I think I have fairly normal foot, but I definitely have a larger instep, higher arches, so I could go here, a little bit higher in instep. I'll update that here. Just draw it up. It's not super high, but my heel, fairly common. Ankle, my ankle's a little thick. But yeah, I don't have bunions or heel spurs or hammer toes or orthotics, plantar fasciitis, none of that going on. Then you can uncheck that, make my foot details and concerns private. I'm going to actually update mine. Hit save. Yeah, so that's how you build your profile. And from there, you're ready to rock and roll. You can see all the fit recommendations. Once you have that set in, then as you look from brand to brand, like we'll do here under Explore. Now let's say, okay, so I have my profile set up, and let's say I'm wanting to buy some Chippewas. Standard service boot. Grail is going to recommend right here, US size 8.5. Boom, easy. You can go down and read all the different fit reviews that it has, all the different variations. What we have here is people put their Brannick size and what size they wear the boot in. Some people go down a full size. Some people take their Brannick size and just go for the standard D width. So yeah, some people are going true to size. You could also come here, do a request fit consultation. And how about Allen Edmonds? I get a lot of questions on Allen Edmonds. I don't have much experience. I suspect they run true to size. So let's look at the Dalton. Grail recommends I go true to size, US 9. That's what I would suspect would be the case. They have such narrow lasts, so that's good to know. And so yeah, as you can see, there's just tons of brands. Danner, Crockett & Jones, Dayton, Doc Martin, Edward Green, Grant Stone, Jim Green, Jay Fitzpatrick, Helm, John Lobb, John Lofgren, Loki, Lenerston, Meerman, Nix, Parkhurst, Red Wing, Sanders, Taft, Taylor Stitch, Thursday, Tekavas, Trickers, Truman, Unmarked, Wolverine, White's Boots, Westco, Viberg, Yucatan. Now, if you notice, there are probably some brands missing from here, and that is okay, and I'll tell you why in a second. If you see that there is a brand not yet on here, actually I started this Bourdon one myself because I was the first Bourdon review, so that's why my picture is there. Those are actually my boots. I actually just got introduced to a new brand called DVA, so I'm going to actually you can see here in the list, DVA isn't there. Don't see what you're looking for, add a custom entry. Alright, so I'm going to type in the brand. We have Nomad Boot. Last, I'm reviewing a men's size 8.5 D. The fit is perfect. Wax Cognac. Tried both 8.5D and 9D, and I do prefer the 8.5D, particularly due to the soft and forgiving nature of the uppers. And so yeah, so it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't even have to add a detailed review if you don't want. And then for you YouTubers out there, and I'm just going to throw the link in there. So I'm just going to grab the image here. This is a screenshot, so I can... What you can do is sometimes it zooms in really far. Sometimes you have to zoom out just to get it right. And so there's my DVAs in Nomad Cognac Suede. You click OK. It's in there. Boom. Done. Save. And now it's saved. Now it's on there. So now we can come under my reviews and find it. It's going to be right here. DVA Nomad Boot. So I've done the Grant Stone Brass Boot, Grant Stone Chelsea, Clinch Lace-Ups, Chisos number 6, Lordone Tucano, Alden Indy, Junker, John Lofgren. And so I've just been gradually uploading my reviews as I get new brands in, and you'll now see the DVA review up there. We've got my video, so you could play that from there, and it is now live. So I also added the Chisos boots. I believe I was the first to upload the Chisos brand. So we could go to Explore, and there's Chisos, men's number 6. Alright, so it's really that easy. You don't have to overcomplicate it. I find that just get your fit reviews in there. You don't even need a big description. You don't need a bunch of pictures. Just get them in there, and then if you want to update the review later with more words or change it later, you can. It's all savable, updatable. Everything is super easy, super user-friendly. What else is really cool is if you have boots to sell, they have the Grail Bazaar, where you can post your boots for sale that don't fit you right, or that you just want to move on for whatever reason. You have that option here, so you can always check this out to see like what people are selling, what they're asking for. The only catch with this is to post a boot for sale, you have to have a fit review already under your profile for it. So for example, I had sold my J. Crew Ludlow shoes and I posted them on here, but in order for me to do that, I had to do a fit review. And I sold them because they were just a little big. They actually ran a half size large. I created a listing for this. Yeah, these did not fit ideally. So I was talking to Kyle, and he wants to ask the audience what they think about the site. What improvements do you see could be implemented? I've given him several suggestions, but it's really a lot more useful if everybody sort of chimes in, just like Grail is a collaborative effort, a community-based effort. So is this video. I want all your thoughts in the comments below. Please share me any recommendations. Kyle is going to read them all. We want to know what you think could help improve the Grail experience. He wants people on there, hanging out, looking around. He wants a lot of user engagement, and he wants to create a site that's friendly, that you enjoy being on. So he wants it to be an enjoyable experience, similar to like Instagram, how you scroll through Instagram and engage with the boot lover community there. What are some ways that we can make Grail better? What are your suggestions? Are there any suggestions in terms of like how to update as far as the review process goes, to make that easier, or to make it more detail oriented, or anything like that? Any things you'd like to see on the home screen, or just anywhere? For the bazaar, I recommended maybe just allowing people to post their boots for sale regardless of whether you have a fit review on them, for example, because I wanted to, like I said, sell some shoes but I didn't do a fit review on them. In order to sell, you have to have a fit review on those particular shoes. And one of the shortcomings that I actually noticed was, for example, if you come to Grantstone, I'd like to review all my diesel boots. I have probably 10 pair of diesel boots, but I'm only able to upload one. Right, so here's my fit review. So I was only able to do these in Saddle Tan Veg, but I also have the Natural Chrome XL, the Black Chrome XL, the Crimson Chrome XL. I also have Suede, and they all fit a little different because calfskin fits differently than Chrome XL does. And so Chrome XL stretches, it stretches as you wear it, it shrinks back down after you're not wearing it, whereas this calfskin, it's a very hardy material. It doesn't stretch nearly as much, it has more of a dense fiber grain to the leather. For that reason, it doesn't stretch as much. So one improvement that I'd like to see is I'd like an option to be able to review all my diesel boots. So that's one suggestion, because the upper will have an effect on how the boot fits overall. That's just my one recommendation. I'd like the option to just flood my entire diesel boot collection into this specific category by leather as well, not just by style. That's the only one that I identified really. Kyle and I were also bouncing around ideas. He's toying with the idea of possibly introducing new product lines in addition to boots to Grail, such as we talked about EDC gear. I'm a huge fan of knives, lighters, flashlights, pens, and so we were talking because part of the process of being a consumer is the process of discovery. This is kind of what I've tried to do with my YouTube channel specifically, is to help people discover brands that are just as good as the Aldens, the Vibergs, the Whites, the Nicks, and I like to compare different boot brands. Well, I'm also into everyday carry gear. Well, how do you find the best lighter, for example? Well, I'm a big fan of the Douglas Field lighters. Well, this site here, Urban EDC Supply, they have some phenomenal everyday carry products on their site. Kyle was asking me, how do you know how to find similar rugged, heirloom quality, robust lifestyle gear? And I told him I look on Urban EDC Supply because they vet their products before they put them on here, sort of a thing. All these products on here, you can guarantee, yeah, they're going to be expensive, but they're also gonna last you your lifetime, basically. And I have this Raylight LAN flashlight in brass. It's just incredible. And so what do you guys think? Should Grail expand into beyond footwear? Should they expand into other realms like manly type things, everyday carry type things, the flashlights? I discovered the Douglas Field lighters on this website. These Tokyo pipes, oh, they're incredible. Just look at them. So, but like, how do you find this stuff? When you go to Google, Google's just going to show you a bunch of. If you Google, cool lighters, it's just going to show you a bunch of crap. It's not going to show you something like this that's overbuilt, exacting robust materials, something that will last you your lifetime. They're going to show you a bunch of cheap plastic lighters. You know what I mean? And so, guys like us that are more discerning, if you're following my channel, then I'll drop some extra coin for some really special pieces because I like to surround myself with special items, handmade, high quality items like this. And we were just talking, how do you find this stuff? And I just told him, it starts with a few Google searches, a few forum searches, but there are websites out here that specifically curate very high quality items, and I consider all these items pre-vetted. If Urban EDC is selling it, then you can bet that it's good. These guys at Urban EDC know what they're doing. So bringing it back to Grail, he's toying with the idea of expanding to just beyond footwear and adding other things. What do you guys think about that? So again, this is a big Ask the Audience video. We want your input. We want any improvements you can recommend to the site to make the user experience better. Please let us know in the comments. You're making the world a better place for boot lovers and boot makers alike. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I look forward to reading your comments below. And anyways, take care. I will see y'all in my next video.